Hey, good morning everyone, Tractorman44 here. Hey, while I got the old tractor in the shed, I went down in the woods and I took a pair of fenders off of another 44, and I'm going to see if I can't go ahead and get this wheel off of here and go ahead and try to get that fender put on. Now there's going to be some holes we're going to have to chase the threads on and things like that, and normally when I take these bigger tires off, these are not fluid filled, so that's kind of good. I'm normally under the overhead crane out there where I have the hoist actually holding them from above. Today I'm not going to do that, so hopefully it won't slip off of there and get me squashed or anything. But we're gonna see what we can do as far as getting this off and getting that fender on there. Well, that wasn't too awful bad. You can see I got a very nice heavy jack stand under there. It's very heavy. It's been damaged before, but some heavy equipment was on it. Extremely heavy equipment. And they had it improperly used and bent it. So I kind of got it out of the dumpster. But it's plenty heavy for this tractor here. I have to back these guys out and run a 9/16 cap down inside these threads. One thing some of the young guys should remember is that you're working on something here that's got 70-some years of grit and grime and crud and corruption in there. So when you're running in here and retapping those holes, there's going to be tons of grit. So you go a little bit, pull it out, take a look and see if it's got a bunch of stuff on there. Spray some WD and blow it back out as much as you can and protect your taps, because it will definitely eat those taps up. Now I went ahead and got both of these guys already rethreaded, or not rethreaded, but cleaned up and ready to install. And those are 1/2-inch threads. Not 9/16. Massey's they're real bad about having 16th, like 7/16 threads, 9/16 threads, and things like that. I just assumed that was going to be 9/16, but it's 1/2-inch. So we got to go get 3 new grade 8 3/8 bolts to put in there, and then we'll see if we can tighten everything up. Well, at least it's on the start to recovery. I just can't stand a tractor without fenders. I've got an International or a couple of them that don't have fenders. I just absolutely do not like them without them. So this could be nice. I like to keep that stuff clean and keep anti-seize on those things. Well, there he is, fitted with a new left fender. Everything actually looks pretty square, pretty plumb. Distancing is just about right. I think it's going to work out just fine. Took a set of floorboards off of the parts tractor down in the woods. If you can see, it's got that little bit of a bend up here because it's so much better than the one that's actually on the tractor. If you take a look, this thing is bent down. It's kind of boogered up. I can actually fix it, but there's no reason to if I've got that spare. And if you take a look, there's a little piece of flat iron that's welded in there in the middle to kind of give support to it. I'll have to do away with that because that's pretty Yankee. And here's the new right fender that's going to be going on where there currently is none. Well, guys, a little bit at a time, we're getting this thing back up to where it's comfortable for me to use. Don't really have anything exceptionally bad wrong with it right now. It's got good brakes. I am going to pull that drawbar off the back, I think, and put a whole new drawbar on the back, too. I've got a real good drawbar carrier, and as well as a new drawbar that's much less worn than what this one is here. And so I think I'm going to be doing that probably at the same time. We'll put the sheet metal back on it, and with the new fenders, new drawbar, and the sheet metal on, I think we can go back to work with it. Hey guys, before I wrap this thing up, here's another little sidebar. When I was down in the woods getting the fenders off of this, off of that 44 that's down there, the parts tractor, I got the carburetor off for a fella up in Canada, and also the starter motor off of it for a fella up in Canada. Well, at the same time, it had this real nice, heavy, probably 3/4 or 1-inch bracket on the front of that tractor. And I'm not familiar with it. We didn't have this on our 44s back on the home place. I don't know if it's part of the corn picker mount or something to do with the cultivators. I have no idea. But at any rate, I went ahead and pulled that thing off while I was down there, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to just add to this one here. It's still got 3/4-inch threads here and here where I can actually put an eyelet in it, or I can throw my chokers over the top of this and pull that direction, throw it over here, and pull this direction so that I crisscross, to tie the front end down. But I just thought it was pretty cool. Now, if some of you guys know what this bracket's for, let me know. I have no idea. But at any rate, it had square-headed bolts in it. And I had several boxes of new old stock stuff out of my grandfather's blacksmith shop. And I went back in there, and sure enough, I had a 5/8 set of bolts. Actually, I got a stack of 5/8 bolts, exactly what I needed to fit in here. This has got an odd-looking opening in the front of this. Almost looks like a Chevrolet insignia. But anyway, the square heads actually slide into a large area in the middle and then slip out to the side both directions, and then that locks it in place in there. So it's like a keyway, But I went ahead and slipped those in there and went ahead and put this on. So anybody knows what that is, feel free to let me know. I would appreciate it because I flat don't know. So you know what? Now for sure, this is TractorMan 44, and I'm out of here, guys.